Alright, welcome back to some more Corpse Party Book of Shadows. Let's try to get one more episode, or one more part up for me and recorded, because I only recorded 2 Metroid Prime videos, and yeah, so 3 would be very great for me. And no, that did not mean to rhyme, actually. That was just unintentional. Alright, so what do we got going on here? Is there a corpse? No, just a very empty hallway. Nothing? Still? Well, I don't want to go upstairs yet. Let's just try to go over here so we can be told, "You can't enter the second wing." A sudden feeling of dread overcame me. I stopped in my tracks and began to survey my surroundings. It's dangerous to be on this point. The covered walkway up ahead shouldn't even be here. Well, now this is a surprise. Am I seeing a human spirit? Or is this nothing more than a pure hallucination? Upon that musing, the spirit vanished from sight. But the sense that I was being watched remained. There was a covered walkway beyond this heavy iron door, a covered hall walkway that wasn't supposed to be here. Evidently, did I dare challenge it? Do it! I just like how the one option you're given is do it. Maybe if it leads to a bad end that happens in like very little time, I'll add it into the last video, but otherwise, just as my hand touched the knob, I was sent flying backwards by some tremendous force. For a split second, I swore I saw a figure, but that could have just been my imagination. The pain from my impact, however, was very, very real. Maybe that was no illusion after all. And ultimately, I was unable to open the door. Then why give me the freaking option? Do it! No, because then I'm just gonna get pushed again. And yeah. Never mind. Never mind. Frickin' party pooper spirit. Wait. Oh my god. Holy crap! That frickin' spirit made me get hit by... No. We're going back. He made my frickin' darkening go up. Let's see if I can make it go up even more. Do it. Blech. Oh yeah, we're doing this now. Do it! Yeah, he's about to die. Do it!
行かないと眉探しに。
Mayu, I have to go. I have to look for Mayu.
で、起きて。
眉、いや、もっと幼い。
Mayu. Mayu? No. It's a much younger voice. Who is it?
お兄ちゃん、起きて。
Hey, mister. Wake up.
ここ
Where am I?
おはようお兄ちゃん。ここはね、私のおもちゃ箱。
Good morning, mister. This is my playroom. The young girl thrust her face so close to mine that our noses practically touched. She was smiling from ear to ear. She looked to be in about first or second grade, with long black hair and a clean, cute, almost dainty countenance. After my brief impression, however, I quickly turned my head away. She was uncomfortably close, literally breathing down my neck, and her breath, it smelled of blood, of death and decay, and fatty oils and smoke. It smelled of chemicals and antiseptic. It was a very, very unpleasant potpourri.
誰だ君は。
Who are you?
嬉しくなっちゃう。
I'm so happy.
なんだこれはって聞かないんだね。ここに来た人はみんなまず驚いて泣き出すのに。
You didn't get all indignant and say what's going on here. Normally, when people wake up here, they get scared and start freaking out. The little girl began backing away from me, her shoulders still shaking in a soundless chuckle, not shuckle. Says it Pokemon. I knew exactly what she meant. It would be entirely reasonable to ask what's going on here. Even at a glance, I could tell this room was not good. The floors and walls were caked in blood, as thick as mud. Buckets of body parts were strewn about, all and eviscerated corpses were stacked everywhere. And that was just what I could see at a glance. As for me, I was bound to a chair against one of the walls, not with ropes, but with chains.
私の名前は篠崎幸子。
Is it funny how she said Shinozaki Sachiko, when it's Sachiko Shinozaki? Man, those Japanese and they're saying the last name first, followed by the first. Okay. My name is Sachiko Shinozaki.
俺をどうするつもりだ。殺すのか。
What do you plan to do with me? Are you going to kill me?
どうしよっかな。これから考える。先にこれで遊ぶから。
What a question. I'm not actually quite sure. I'll decide later. I've got something else to play with first. Just as she said the word else, she brought her hand down onto the nearby table in a slapping motion and made contact with someone. It was a girl, bound by her hands and feet, and Sachiko's slap was aimed squarely at her thigh. Her uniform suggested that she was in a high school, and she was wearing glasses, giving her a rather stern, serious appearance. I could hear the sound of chattering teeth, and see her chest rising and falling rapidly and erratically, suggesting she was paralyzed with fear.
名前はね、浦部恵美さん。
Her name is Urumi Urube. At the sound of her own name being read aloud from her student ID name tag, the girl let out a single whimper. No! Stop! Please! Please stop!
ダメ。お姉ちゃんは今からとびきり痛いことをされます。
No way! You're about to be put through incredible pain!
惨めったらしい顔や命乞いをして見せてくださいね。
So make sure you squirm like the wretch you are and beg me to spare your life. Okay?
やだ。冗談だよね。だって私何も。
No! No! You're joking, right? I didn't do anything!
うざい。気が散る。
Shut the hell up! You're distracting me! Sachiko swung her hand downward into Emi's face. I realized only after the impact that there was a scalpel in it. A sloppy, uncontrolled incision was made from the corner of her mouth all the way to her ear. Oh! Just kidding.
ごめんね、痛かった。本気じゃないからまだあまり痛がらないで。これからもっと痛くなるのよ。
I'm sorry. Did that hurt? I wasn't seriously trying to kill you or anything, so don't let it hurt too much. The real pain is just beginning after all. Sachiko produced a pair of durable sewing scissors from a rollaway shelf nearby and began expertly cutting all the way up Emi's school uniform. Then she set down the scissors and produced a full-sized farming sickle in their place. It looked well worn, with soil and rust sticking liberally to the blade. After brandishing it for a moment, Sachiko positioned it over Emi's abdomen. No, please no. This is a dream. This has to be a dream.
目が覚めるかどうか。自分で確かめろ。
I can't say if you're awake or if you're dreaming. But you're about to find out. Sachiko slowly shifted her focus from Emi's abdomen to the area just below her rib cage. Emi's body began spasming, her spinal muscles contracting in a decidedly unnatural manner. Gasps and screams mixed with sounds of vomit and incontinence.
いい顔になってきたね。できるじゃないか。それだよ、それ。
What a perfect facial expression. See? I knew you could do it. Without even wiping the drool from her mouth, Sachiko tossed the sickle aside and simply began digging into Emi's wounds with her bare hands. The sound of Tiny's hands manipulating internal organs was disgustingly similar to that of a sopping wet rag squelching spilled oatmeal off a hardwood floor. The noises escaping Emi's mouth didn't even sound like they were coming from a human being anymore. I could see her face in profile now, and despite the gastric juices and vomit and blood and contortions of unbearable agony, it wasn't a disagreeable sight. This was a girl not far from death. She was trying her hardest to fight it, but the facts were the facts. She was going to die, and she knew it. Against this fate, she was completely and utterly helpless. She was doomed already, in both body and soul. This hapless struggle had a certain sensual quality to it. No, it was even purer than that. This was a truly beautiful sight.
本来に
Isn't she pretty? Sachiko, who had at this point buried her head in Emi's exposed organs, withdrew it and directed this question at me, her mouth still full of flesh. Everything from her nose down was dyed red and dripping with blood.
本当にいい顔になってきたじゃないか。
Isn't her face just precious? She swallowed whatever she'd bitten out of Emi's insides, then turned to face me. That in itself makes me want to hurl. Not just face me, actually, but stare at me. Stare into me with unwavering, unblinking eyes. I suddenly became aware of my own erratic breathing. It wasn't fear, though, but almost an animalistic reaction. It was a course of primal, and I unconsciously thrust my chest forward toward Emmy. I think people have heard the word primal enough the past few months. I think I may have been smiling.
どうだお前もやってみるかい
So how about it? Do you want to play with her too? Don't be ridiculous. It's like she's making fun of me. She shouldn't even have to ask. Well, that Doesn't that give you chills a little bit? Well, since that lasted 20 minutes, more or less, I'm gonna probably end this session right here because, yeah, that was closer to 30 minutes than it was to not as many minutes. And also, I got wrong in number 5, which kind of makes me think, did I miss an end? And I probably did because that was more of a... That was an end that probably should have happened much later into the game, but no, I just decided to rush right in. Which, glad I did because that was a long, wrong end. But yeah, right now we got 5 down. Now, we just have 5 to go. Hope you all enjoyed. And I will catch you all next time. And I hope you all have a great night.